What's up, gang? This is my SCX10 base camp, and I'm just going to be showing you guys my servo winch setup, because I was looking up videos all over the internet trying to find out how somebody did it, and I couldn't find anything of how somebody did it on this truck. And because I'm a beginner, I really needed help. So I'm just going to make this video in case there's any other people who kind of need some help. And by the way, this probably is not the right way to do it. Real RC crawler guys will probably watch this video and cringe, and that's okay. I don't care. But if you like what I did, I'm going to show you how I did it. So right here is my servo winch. It is right there. You can see the brand is Injora. I'll put the link in the description for it. It's the low clearance one. I think it's 22 kg or whatever. But when I originally put it on, I had troubles with the wires slipping over the servo like this. And I forget why, but I had to mount it with the spool in the back. It couldn't be in the front, and I can't remember why. But when I was setting it up, I tried to put it in the front, and it just wouldn't work. So I had to put it in the back. I think it had something to do with the wire coming out of the back. I think it did. I think it was like hitting something over here, so I just switched it around to the back. So I 3D printed this little U-guide to guide my cable so it doesn't slip down over the servo. I just glued it to the servo CA, and that's how I got that to do. And it comes down through here, and there you have it. Alright? Super cool. Just like that. Sadly, you kind of do need a 3D printer to do it this way. But, I mean, if you look around your house, you might find something that kind of looks like a U and just glue that thing on there. Now, also, you can see I have it raised up on, well, these are quite literally prop washers for RC airplanes. I had to lift this thing up to get clearance. I'll show you right here. Just pick it up. I wanted that center bar to not hit the servo. And when you fully max out, you can't see it at all. Oh my gosh. It is super close, but it's not hitting. There you can see in there. See? There we go. It's really close, but it doesn't hit. That's the max out point of my shocks. I made sure to measure that right, and once I measured it, that's the amount of washers I needed. And then I had to put longer screws in. The screws that came with it were not long enough, or actually thick enough to fill these holes. So I had to put my own screws in there with washers, and I used our little rubber boots, and I had these prop washers too. And that's what I had to do to get this servo to fit in this truck. So a lot of rigging going on here. You got the 3D printed thingy. The servo that's supposed to be side mounted is upward mounted, and the spool's in the back. So we got a lot of things going on here that shouldn't be, but it's kind of just what I had to do to get it to work. And it does work. I've had this winch literally lift this truck by itself up an incline like this. I put a skid against a wall at work and winched it and just let it pick up my truck. So it works good. Just make sure you have long enough screws to really bite into this plastic down here. Then when it comes to the programming, I don't know if there's just something wrong with my transmitter, or if this is for all RCs for the SCX10 with the SLT3 transmitter, but I could not get my third channel switch to operate the servo. I just couldn't get it to do it. I had to mess around with my receiver. I put in different channels. I even moved it to my steering channel, and I could see that the servo worked. So I was like, okay, servo works. Why is it not getting it from this? Turns out I just had to factory reset this transmitter. I can't quite remember how it goes, but there is a simple video on watching it how to do it. I think you hold it full left like this, and then hold down on the B button, and then you turn it on, and you have to be set at 100 throttle limit. If you're at 50, I think that's for RC car. If you're at 75, I think that's for RC boat. But if you're at 100, it's just factory reset. And I think mine was set on 50 whenever they set it up, which for some reason I think cuts off this switch. I don't know why. I don't know. I really don't know. I might be speaking complete gibberish right now, but that's what I think happened. Whenever I did it at the 100, and I think it was full lock, steer that way and hold B, and then hold the transmitter button until the light blinks all funky. That means you do the factory reset. Then I was able to get this switch to actually operate my third channel, which this has a 5-channel receiver in it, so I have 2 extra channels. One of them I used to wire in rocker panel lights right here, which are also from Injora. Super sick. They're awesome. I think they made this truck totally look super cool. But yeah, so look up a video, because I might be lying to you when I say to lock the steering. I know it's lock the steering one of the ways, but just look up the video on how to do that. Make sure you're set to 100 throttle limit, and then bind it to your receiver, and you should be able to access your third channel, which, by the way, it's not channel 3/battery. It's going to be channel auxiliary 1, which is going to be technically number 3, because you have throttle and steering. That's channel 1 and 2, and then channel 3 would be auxiliary 1. Don't be plugging it into auxiliary 3 thinking, oh, it's channel 3. No, you got to plug it into auxiliary 1. That's a mistake I made. You know, you'd think me being into RC with airplanes for so long, I would have bypassed that mistake, but I didn't. And I was confused for so long. But, yeah, put it into auxiliary 1, and that will line up with your button here. And then you have your 2 other channels that'll just be kind of pumping full power at all times, because you don't have any more channel switches on this remote. And you can put your lights and stuff in there, like this light controller goes in there. Next thing's next, you're gonna lose your water seal right there. You can't fit all them wires in that water seal. I don't know what to do there except for just pump this whole thing full of silicone. I'm just gonna pump that whole thing full of silicone and make that thing waterproof. I mean, I don't know what else to do. If you guys have any good ideas, put it in the comments, but for now I'm just not running it in the water until I get somebody with some good advice. Oh, hey, Kitty Cat. You got some good advice? How should I make this thing waterproof, huh? But if anybody's got good advice of how to make that waterproof, that little hole, let me know. But as of now, I'm ditching the old gasket, because the old gasket will not work with all them wires. And I'm just gonna pump it with silicone, just make it waterproof that way. So let me know. But yeah, that is how I got this winch to work with my SCX10 base camp. So I hope this helps somebody out. This cat is in the way. And you know, happy crawling. Thanks for watching.